He represents his people very well. He's a Yoruba man that is proud to be a Yoruba man.
In fact, his death is a kind of devastating, though we are all human. And it is God that giveth and it is God that taketh. We cannot question God, but we can just have that faith and believe that Baba lived a very good life.
Special prayers were later offered for the repose of the soul of the late High Chief Lekan Alabi. It will be recalled that Oloye Lekan Alabi joined his ancestors on 1st August 2026 at the age of 76. The burial was attended by family members, friends, traditional chiefs, government officials, media practitioners, and other dignitaries from within and outside Oyo State. Zainab Wahab, Agidigbo FM News.
Across different Christian congregations today, ministers of the gospel have emphasized the importance of building lives and families on the foundation of Jesus Christ, urging believers to remain steadfast in their faith. The clerics also stressed the biblical responsibility of parents to nurture their children in the fear of God, reminding Christians that a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and godly parenting are essential for living a life that honors God. Agidigbo FM News correspondent reports on the new month, Sunday of August. Here is the report.
Children are God's heritage, and Jesus is the foundation every home needs. That was the charge delivered this Sunday as clerics across Ibadan called on Christians and the general public to return to Scripture in how they live and how they parent. Speaking with Agidigbo FM, a pastor of Christ Apostolic Church, God's Covenant Land, Ile-Igbon, Pastor Matthew Adedeji, said the devil, whom he described as the accuser of God's children, is displeased whenever people draw closer to God. The cleric further encouraged believers to prepare themselves for God's work and make themselves available for his purpose, stressing that a personal relationship with Jesus Christ remains the surest way to overcome the schemes of the enemy.
That the devil wants to stop everybody coming to this world. In what way? To stop also that we are able to fulfill the plan of God for our life. Number two, so that we won't go back to our Creator. The devil wants everybody to come back to him. And that is why he has been determined. Mommy, you need Jesus. Daddy, you need Jesus.
In a related development, the pastor of Vineyard of Gabriel Worldwide, Pastor Ademola Amuson, has urged parents to raise their children in the fear of God. Speaking during the first Sunday service of August, he described children as God's heritage, quoting Psalm 127, verse 3, and reminded parents that every human being belongs to God. He noted that while some parents believe their children belongs to them, everyone was created by God and ultimately belongs to him.
Because the family that is in unity, that is where a good children, a child of God will be out. Because a lot of families that the parent or the the father or the mother, they have gone their separate ways, it will definitely affect the children sometimes.
Pastor Amuson concluded that children are God's heritage, adding that every person came from God and will one day return to him, making it essential for parents to raise their children in accordance with God's will. The clerics therefore urged Christians to remain steadfast in their faith, accept Jesus Christ as the foundation of their lives, and fulfill their responsibility of raising children in the fear and knowledge of God. Jehovah Tobi, Olaiju, Agidigbo FM News.
Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
From Plemza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damilola. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced he has cancelled strikes against Iran, provided a deal is struck rapidly with the country. In a post on Truth Social platform, the U.S. President said he had been asked by Iran and other countries in the Middle East to hold off on any attack as the perimeter of a deal had been agreed. Trump's comment came after reports that the U.S. and Israel may have been planning new intents on Iran. This is not the first time that Trump has issued apocalyptic warnings, only to subsequently insist that diplomacy was being given a chance. However, Iran has not confirmed requesting new talks or any agreements on the outline of a deal to end the war. Meanwhile, U.S. government has urged Americans across the Middle East to be alert and ready to leave should there be escalation in the region. A small plane carrying tourists has crashed in Peru, killing all 13 people on board. The aircraft Cessna Caravan C-208 had been flying over Nazca archaeological site when it went down yesterday with 11 passengers and 2 pilots. The passengers included 2 German, 2 Spanish, and 7 Italian tourists. The Nazca Line is a popular tourist attraction and UNESCO World Heritage Site in southern Peru that features ancient drawings of animals in desert sand. Tourists often fly in small planes to see the extent of the drawing. In a statement in Spanish, spotted online by Provincial de Nazca, officials expressed deep sorrow for the accident and extend heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased. And that ends the news from Pelu Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. Now in the exciting world of sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons demonstrated supreme resilience, tactical discipline, and relentless determination on Saturday night, defeating the Copper Queens of Zambia 1-0 in a thrilling WAFCON group stage encounter in Rabat. Nigeria's early pressure paid off in the 8th minute when Oshuala lashed onto a sharp pass inside the box, finishing past the keeper with composure to give the defending champions a well-deserved 1-0 lead. Despite the numerical disadvantage, head coach Justin Madugu made the crucial tactical adjustments to maintain structural compactness. Defender Shukurat Oladipo was introduced early in the second half for debutant Rafia Imran. The Super Falcons absorbed sustained pressure from the Copper Queens throughout the second half while remaining dangerous on the counter-attack through Uchenna Kano and substitute Esther Okoronkwo. Goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie and a restructured defense line held firm through intense late pressure to seal back-to-back victories over Zambia in the Continental Championship as the Super Falcons will now face Egypt on Wednesday, August 5, 2026. The Egyptian side enters the fixture searching for their first point of the tournament after losing their opening 2 matches. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Nasima offers firms $150 million low-interest expansion. High Chief Lekan Alabi laid to rest in Fiditi. Trump cancels Iran strikes subject to deal being made rapidly. 10 women Super Falcons bag 3 points off Copper Queens.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo88.7fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Make sure you make good use of the life you use on earth. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am Olamide Badmos. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, has called for continuous collaboration.
We bring you reports from